Hey ladies, welcome to Monday's workout. So today we're actually going to do a glutes and guns workout. So mostly kind of focusing on the legs and the glutes obviously, and then kind of the arms. So today for equipment you're going to need a little bit of space. We're going to use some kind of bench again. So today I'm going to use a couch. Depending on the floor you have, if you have carpet, you may just be able to do it with socks. I'm going to be going on my lovely fake wood. So I'm going to use some old cloths. You want to just be able to kind of slip. We're trying to kind of have gliders. And then you'll need a couple hand weights. So if you have dumbbells, great. I'm actually going to use some small plates. But I was kind of playing around with things around my house, and even like a large vinegar container works for weight, and what you can do with it, especially because it has this beautiful ergonomic handle on it. So yeah, find your space and all the equipment, and then all we're going to do, we're going to have 3 different circuits. We're going to go through 3 different times, and they all just have 3 different exercises in them. The first time through, try to go for 30 seconds. If there's anything that for you is too difficult, feel free to make it a little bit shorter. Second time through, you're going to try to do 40 seconds, and then the third time through, you're actually going to try to do 50 seconds. So quite long for all of the exercises, but you can play with it whatever you need to do. If you need to kind of adjust anything to make it, yeah, just a little bit more individualized. So yeah, we're going to hop into it. All right, so first circuit, we're going to start with a side lunge and a back lunge. So there's going to be a stationary leg, and for me, because I'm on this floor where I need kind of a slippery implement, I just have that under one foot. So for right now, my right leg is going to be doing all the work while my left leg is the moving leg. So I'm going to start by going a side lunge, knee, toe track over each other, looking straight ahead, squeezing this glute on the way up, try not to shift. Then I'm doing the same thing back, knee, toe track over the same line, come up using that glute. So you're just going to go between side and back, doing that for the first 30 seconds, then you'll switch sides. So that's the first exercise. Second exercise, I'm going to use my weights. So whatever you've got for weights, you're going to go between a hammer curl and a bicep curl. The only difference really is going to be in how we move the weights. And we're going to add just a little bit of difficulty. We're just going to balance on one foot. If that's too much, just stay on the ground. So first, I'm going to have my hands in neutral grip. So the palms are facing one another. I come up that way, go back down, twist it so that the palms are facing forward, come up that way. Just go between these for 30 seconds. And you're trying to make it quite difficult, going all the way up, keeping the elbows close to the body. Don't let them swing way forward or let them come in. And then for our last exercise for our first circuit, we're going to do a tricep dip. So I did this, I think, our first day together with these quarantine conditioning classes. So feet are going further out if you want to make it more difficult, coming in closer for a little bit easier. Elbows are going back, not splaying out, going straight down, coming up. So wherever you need to go, trying to not get the bum to lean too far away from the couch, keeping it, or the bench, keeping it close to the bench as you go down without letting the shoulders come toward the ears. So staying nice and strong in the shoulders, going down, coming back up. So that is our first set. All right, so this is going to be quite the view you get. For our second set, we're going to start out with kind of a hip thrust or a glute bridge, a modified glute bridge. So you're going to start with your back leaning against the bench, the couch, whatever you've got. I think most of us should be fine going on one leg. If the one leg is an issue, feel free to just go on both. And all we're doing is we're pushing the bum straight up. So if you're going to one leg and pushing up, just make sure that the leg that is extended out, the hip isn't turning way up. So the hip should stay straight as you go up, going all the way to make one straight line all the way from your knee all the way up to the shoulders, so you're not creating that V. And that's how you know you're going, the full range of motion is getting all the way up. For this one, if you're going on one leg, just do the one side, and then the next time through, switch up to the other side, rather than going both ways. Just kind of for time's sake. If you're feeling really good, do both, no big deal. For the second exercise, we're going to do a hammer curl wide and narrow, which is normal. So I'm taking my weights again. I'm going to start with the normal hammer curl. So what we were just doing, coming up to around 90 degrees, then I'm actually going to swing them out, put them down. Come up that way, swing them in, put them down. Elbows are staying in the exact same spot. We're just moving the forearms and the weights. Only go as far as you feel able. Don't try to really swing it out to the side. So even if you're kind of in a Y position rather than a T, that's totally fine. Just try to get that range of motion. So that's the second exercise. And then the third exercise, you're going to go on your bum. And we're going to add a little bit of a core piece into this. So we're going to do an overhead tricep extension. So you're trying to keep your elbows kind of as high up as you can, close to the ears. You don't want them sagging forward. And I'll show you that part first. So we're kind of elbows kind of straight up, pointing right ahead. Don't let them splay out. Coming up. And then to make it a little bit more difficult, we're just going to lean back slightly. So you should feel that your core really has to take over once you lean back. That's what we want. If you need a little bit more, you can feel free to lift those feet up as you do it, staying in kind of a V sit. It's perfectly fine to keep the feet on the ground, just leaning back slightly, just to engage that core a little bit more. So that is the 3 exercises for the second set. All right, so third circuit. We're going to start with some leg curls, some hamstring curls. So we're going to actually lay flat on our back, supine position. We're going to put, so if you're using any of those glider type implements, you're putting your heels on kind of the center of them. You're going to lay on your back. You're going to start by lifting the bum off of the ground. Feel free to use your hands as kind of extra stability out to the sides. You can even put it kind of under your bum as long as they're not helping you out in any way. But bum is lifted, and then all you're doing is really squeezing the heels toward the bum, extending out. So bum is never touching the ground. Arms aren't doing anything to help out. Nice and slow on the extension, coming in as far as you can. Keep that core nice and tight. Just going with those for 30 seconds for the first one. Then on the second exercise, we're going to go into a very slow, wide push-up. So what we want to do is we want to add a little bit of timing into this. So this one can be either from the knees or from the toes. And you're going quite wide with the hands. Feel free to go wide with the feet. You're going to count to 4 going down. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to hold for 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Come back up. So very, very slow for the whole movement. And after 30 seconds, you are most definitely going to feel that, I think. But have fun with the 50-second one. For those of you starting out at the toes, feel free to drop to the knees whenever you need to. If you're feeling like I can't go at all anymore, just bring the hands in a little bit to keep going. Really try to make the time. But yeah, feel free to stop if you need to. And then the third exercise, we are going to do a bear stance with, again, I'm going to use my gliders here. So gliders on the feet. middle if you are using something like this, because if you're ever on the edge, I find it's really easy to slip out and then all of a sudden you're not moving anywhere. So you're going to start in a tabletop position, then you're just going to lift the knees off the ground, and then just creating tiny circles. So this is a little bit more abdominal and core work. I'll show you from this side. So starting in that tabletop position, lifting up the knees just in a hover right over the ground, and then making tiny circles with the feet. So same thing, doing that for 30 seconds the first time, and then just a reminder, second time you go through, do every exercise 40 seconds, and then last time through, do every exercise 50 seconds. If you feel like you want to break, like if you're getting bored or whatever, go all the way through, do everything 30 seconds, then all the way through all 3 circuits 40 seconds, or break it into first circuit 30 seconds, take a break, 40 seconds, take a break, 50 seconds, take a break. Whatever works for you. But yeah, let us know what you think, and hopefully you enjoy this workout, and I hope to see you soon. All right, see you later.